I got people that come in all the time, and on one of the things I was talking about was
what in the world?
really creating a lot of content around, what you're trying to do and give you some other options to expand from that. So having these conversations almost like a podcast. So you basically having a podcast talking about these topics, bringing people on. So one of the major things of doing all of this stuff is really networking, bro. You know what I'm saying? Networking is the power of growth. When I come on your podcast channel, I'm bringing my tribe with me. So now you've expanded your listening audience, and now you have a call to action, this book. I was kind of talked about passive income, a couple different ways to have multiple streams of revenue. I think that's the new wave of how people are rolling right now, and that's how I'm rolling, basically. So it's tested, tried, and true because I'm doing designs, I'm doing photography, I'm doing teaching, okay, so the problem is what do I need to do next, basically? So, one of the problems is like you can't trade your time for money because it's not enough time. That's why you got a book, because you got a product that you're selling. And also on top of that, it's other ways. The podcast, you can generate some money through the podcast, and you got a call to action to get the book. You can have something called Patreon. So Patreon, you familiar with Patreon? So when you build in an audience, that YouTube channel too could be little snippets, pieces. Gary Vee has something called the content model. It's a PowerPoint, kind of breaks down. He has like these different pillars. So your main pillar is your book. Another pillar could be the podcast. And then another pillar could be like a Q&A type of thing where you bringing in, you got a Q&A question. So this is just creating content, but you make micro content out of that content. So let's just say if you're good at being good at writing, because the three main things that's really gonna crush and really bring an audience to you is video, audio, which is the podcast, and writing. And when you could do all three, you're gonna crush it. Because the thing is, what you could do is you can make transcripts out of the audio. Now you got another book you're working on, or you got articles. It's a beautiful website called Medium. So Medium is almost like a live, it's almost like a blog, but it's an audience on there. What's dope about Medium is that you can monetize that content too. So the next thing you know, you got CNN, CBS tapping in because they done saw some stuff that you write, and can you write something for us? This is how it work, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's the content. You creating opportunities off of the content that you post and that you love to do. And people want to call you and bring you in. Next thing you know, you're creating articles, and now you're writing for this person, writing for that person. Or now you jumping on this podcast, jumping on that podcast. You just building a network, and you following the people back through the book. So part of the thing is, it's like a lot of people have a finished product, but what they really need is to understand how to funnel and get people to go to you using the social media as traffic to go to the book by giving them small commercials, giving them small little snippets, right? So you in Canva, you can make your own memes. That's little quotes and stuff, because you're kind of making a framework. Because you got different chapters, you got to organize this stuff. So it's almost like it's basically a framework. It's your framework, and you could build upon that. Next thing you know, you got you got an online store selling your courses. It could be on writing. It could be on capturing your voice. It could be on. So you see how this kind of just having a book funnels into all kind of stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's just like kind of mapping it out. So what's beautiful is the entry is low to getting into stuff, like you said.